Today's wreath is dedicated to all the fur babies, including mine. Oh my goodness, do I love my fur babies. We are going to be making a tri-fold pet wreath. But before we do that, I have something to show you. You may not know this about me, but I love a high quality, stunning handbag. The reason I'm sharing this company with you, my friends, is because I gotten a bag by them 2 years ago. It's the Ava. It's in a very neutral, beautiful color. I have worn it constantly for 2 years, and it looks like it just came out of the box. If you want to see how this gorgeous beauty was originally packaged, I'm going to link a reel that I made of how I unboxed it. This is the Lola Krakow 15 gold hardware in dark red. Teddy Blake has some stunning, clean, classy handbags, my friends. I consider Teddy Blake's luxury handbags that will last you for years to come, but at a fair price. You can definitely find one for whatever style you like. Larger, smaller handbags, crossbody handbags. This handbag does come with a strap if I wanted to use it. All Teddy Blake handbags are made with 100% Italian leather in Italy by experienced craftsmen. Every single stitch is on point. I went through this purse, through all the stitching, and it's just impeccable. If you would love to get one of these stunners, Teddy Blake is giving you $30 off. Just use the code right here. If you're wondering, why is this luxury handbag so much cheaper than the other luxury handbags? It's very simple, my friends. They are an online store. They are devoted to giving you quality at a fair price, and that is why I love Teddy Blake. And beside the fact that they are absolutely stunning, every single one of their designs is unreal, and I am looking forward to getting more Teddy Blake purses because I love this company so much. To visit Teddy Blake online, I'll have all the links, including that discount code, in the description box below. And now we are ready to get started on our beautiful tri-fold pet wreath. Here are all the supplies we're going to use for this wreath. They are listed in the description box below, along with where I got everything. First, our Deco Mesh. You don't have to use the same style of Deco Mesh. I just had 2 of these on hand, and I really wanted the black and white to work. I usually make this wreath using 2 different colors of Deco Mesh that work together for the theme that I'm doing. And if you want to see how I do one of those, I'm going to link that in the description box below. But today we're going to use 2 rolls of the same type of Deco Mesh. They're both 10 inches in width and 10 yards in length. Look at this adorable ribbon I found on Amazon, 2.5 inches wired, and it's 10 yards in length. I'm doing 2 different sets of ribbon bundles for this wreath. The first one is going to have this ribbon along with a red 1.5 inch and wired. For the second set, I'm going to use this buffalo check that I had, and I wanted this combo because it would just look so nice with the buffalo check that we have on our sign. I picked the sign specifically because I can use it for both cats and dogs, and since I have both, I thought it would be perfect. You're going to need 18 pipe cleaners for the wreath base and any extra ones you might use for the sign like we're going to use today. And of course, our wreath base. It's 14 inches, metal, 4 rows, and it's going to be perfect for this wreath. For our wreath base, I'm going to be using the 18 pipe cleaner method. So that means we're going to have 3 pipe cleaners in each section. If you have more sections, some of these wreath bases started coming with 7 sections, then just focus on having 6 on the inner rows and 12 on the outer rows. For my first pipe cleaner, it's going to go on row 1 and 2, 2 twists, and I'm going to twist it towards the inside. My second one is going to go on rows 3 and 4, 2 twists right in the center and fold it out. The third one is going to be the same way, 2 twists and we're going to fold it out. Our section is done. Our first 3 pipe cleaners are on, and I'm going to do the same thing in the remaining 5 sections. I'm all done attaching my pipe cleaners. I have 6 on the inside and 12 on the outside. Now it's time to cut our gorgeous Deco Mesh. I'm going to be using a tempered glass cutting mat. All of that is going to be in the description box and in my Amazon shop. And of course, a wood burning tool. This roll of Deco Mesh is 10 yards, which means it's 360 inches. If we take the 360 inches divided by the 18 pipe cleaners that we have on our wreath, that's going to give us 20 inches. Now, the reason I go down half an inch is because I don't trust that this roll is exactly 10 yards. First of all, you can already tell that I need to straighten this out, and I'm just not sure if it's 10 yards exactly. So I'm going to be cutting at 19 and a half just to make sure that I have enough of everything. I already have my window open in front of me, so we have wonderful ventilation, and I am cutting in between 2 rows. Nice and steady, down we go. As you can see, the heating tool really does do its job and seal in that area. Now I'm going to go down to 19 and a half inches, and what I do is I just go by the top just in case this gets wonky. So by the top I'm measuring 19 and a half inches, and down I go. As you can see, this one is not straight, but it doesn't matter. We're still going in between 2 rows. After I'm done cutting this first roll, I'm going to do the same thing to the second roll, and I'm going to get 18 pieces at 20 inches or 19 and a half inches from every roll for a total of 36 pieces of Deco Mesh. For those who are wondering, yes, I am ambidextrous, and sometimes I look like an octopus cutting with both hands or using my heating tool with both hands, but for some reason, God created me that way. Not sure why. A quick tip for your wood burning tool. If you have something stuck on the tip of your tool, I have stuff from this black threading. What I do is I grab the roll that I just used and I just wipe off anything I can right on the cardboard. Of course, be careful not to injure yourself, but I'll just wipe it like this, and as you can see, stuff came off, and that's it. And then I just turn it off, put it in a safe place, and in my case, let the cats in. I'm going to start with my red ribbon. This one is the one I'm going to use on all the ribbon bundles, measuring 11 inches. I'm going to need 18 pieces at 11 inches, zigzagging up, and then I'm going to cut dovetails. We're going to fold and cut out a little triangle, making sure that I cut the part where the ribbon folds over, and there we have our dovetails. Next, I'm going to need 9 pieces at also 11 inches of this buffalo check. Of course, going to do dovetails on this one and on our last ribbon. Just like that. There we go. The last ribbon is this beautiful paw print one. I'm going to need 9 pieces, all at 11 inches in length. Fold and cut a triangle. It is time to make our tri-fold little bows. I'm going to take 2 pieces of Deco Mesh. Now, if you are using 2 different colors of Deco Mesh, I'm going to attach a video in the description box where I use 2 different types of Deco Mesh, and you're going to see how I attach them and laid them out on the wreath. But in this case, I'm using 2 of the same to bring the whole thing together. You're either going to need a big clamp, a clothespin, or I actually like using one of my bow makers, and all I'm going to do is put 2 dowels in and we can get started on our bow. I like to lay out my Deco Mesh in the center of my cutting mat with the Deco Mesh rolling away from the table. I'm going to fold it at about 6 inches. You don't want to go above 7 inches when folding this over. Then you're going to take your second half and you're going to fold it over short of the edge about an inch. Just like this, there's the edge, and here is the cut edge. Now I'm going to flip this whole bow upside down. My cut edge is right here, and we can bring it together in the center. Bada bing, bada boom. Look at how adorable this little bow is. And now I'm going to put it on my bow maker and make the second bow. Lay it out right in the center of your cutting mat. Go in 6 to 7 inches. Grab this side and fold it over so we have an inch on the edge. Flip it for the edge to be at the bottom and then bring it together. The reason I like to go short with this edge, I want to prevent fraying and the chances of this little edge catching on something. All right, my friends, now I'm going to crisscross my bow and look at this. Look at all this beautiful Deco Mesh. Take it all off and just start attaching to my pipe cleaners. That's it, my friends. It's that easy. 2 more pieces. Roll away from the table. Fold over. Fold over. Flip. Collect in the center. The second one. 6 to 7 inches. The other side. We're going to flip. Collect in the center. Crisscross it. And then take the whole thing off, making sure we're holding that center and attach it to your next pipe cleaner. Twist 1, twist 2. I'm going to repeat the exact same process and fill in this wreath. Now it's time to attach our ribbon. I'm going to start with our beautiful animal print one. Then of course, grab a red one, crisscross them or not, bring them together in the center and attach to a pipe cleaner. Since I'm using 2 different black ribbon, go every other. Twist the pipe cleaner up about an inch from the connection. I'm going to cut it off, fold and fold it behind our ribbon bundle. The next one is going to be this buffalo check one and the red one. Bring it together, crisscross it if you would like, and attach. When I'm doing 2 different ribbon bundles, I find it best to do a row at a time. So this time I'm starting with the outer row, going to go all the way around, and then I'm going to start on the inner row. And then of course, next is going to be the animal print one and the red. And so forth and so on, going all the way around. I'm done attaching all the ribbon bundles, and I'm so glad that I used red throughout the wreath. Now I'm going to make room for the centerpiece, and I always like to push back the ribbon from the center. We can lay it out on top where we need it, but to attach our sign, let's just get that ribbon out of the way. This Deco Mesh is plenty of cushion for our sign. Let's put it on. I think that's going to look beautiful. I thought 3 pipe cleaners would be more than enough. I have little pieces of felt that are about almost an inch by 2 inches. 3 pipe cleaners. I'm going to fold these in half, but at the portion where we're folding it, I'm going to have a little what I call seat so that when I'm attaching it, it's just easier to do that. A little bit of hot glue. Yes, it's black hot glue, my friends. Then our pipe cleaner goes right on top. A little bit of hot glue on top of that. I just make a little strip so that when I put my felt piece on there, it lays really nicely. And I'll tell you this, it's going to stick really, really well. Just like that. When the hot glue cools, this is going to be a permanent connection. My friends, I've been talking to you for the last 10 minutes and realized the camera wasn't on. So what I did was I did attach a hanging loop and made sure that the sign was secured in place. If you would like to cover the back, you need something like a placemat fabric felt that's 14 inches in diameter. Other than that, just make sure your sign is secured in place. Have a little hanging loop, and then we can go back to the front and start opening everything up. This is a very simple wreath because it doesn't have any florals or pigs or greenery. But in the same token, it looks professional. And I think that anyone can do this wreath. Just go back, rewatch the area maybe you need a little bit more review on. And I love the fact that we all have our styles. For some, this is not enough. For others, this is more than enough in prints and colors. So do what feels right to you. And don't forget, when you're opening up your ribbon bundles, open them up like a little flower so that ribbon that is facing down is facing up. That way we can expose the gorgeous ribbon that we are using. I hope you enjoyed how this beautiful trifold pet wreath came out. It's devoted to all the fur babies out there. Thank you so much for being with us. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and give us a thumbs up. And as for Louie and I, we're going to say thank you so much for being with us, and we will see you in our next video. Bye, guys. We say bye. Mwah.